High School Athletic Union continues to place a special emphasis on improving sportsmanship. As an MVC conference, we strive to show the best sportsmanship in the state by our players, coaches, and fans. The designated player number 1, Misha Reiners. Batting second, playing right field, number 5, Ashlyn Giesland. Batting third, playing third base, number 14, Hayley Schrader. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 9, Kennedy Dougherty. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 21, Kingsley Robertson. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 18, Olivia Davenport.
You get money?
Batting seventh, playing second base, number 10, Brinley Slackett. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 2, Raquel Trollier.
Wait, is that who's that?
Batting ninth, doing the catching, number 13, Ava Donnelly. And the first baseman, number 20, Hayley Smith. Now here's the starting lineup for the host Linn-Mar Lions. Leading off and playing third base, number 4, Kaylin Obleton. Batting second, the second baseman, number 1, Meg Heidelberg. Batting third, playing left field, number 11, Ellie Long. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 5, Kaylee Morgan. Batting fifth, center fielder, number 20, Grace Mccarty. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 10, Claire Michael. Batting seventh, designated player, number 3, Hannah Grayland. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 17, Sam Gangestad. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 9, Jordan Beck. And doing the catching, number 2, Olivia Hall. The Lightning are coached by Jeff Kelly and assisted by Emily Stumpf. Linn-Mar is coached by Lindsay Murray and assisted by Maddie Wells.
Should I refresh it? Should I refresh it? Oh, hold on. Now it's starting to load again.
So basically, what we'll do for the first 11 innings is I'll explain sort of what to look for and stuff, and then I'll have you two switch, and then you and I will switch, so then you'll go back and forth and play with my color, and I'll do score and keep stats, and then get to my color.
It's so laggy that it's showing me still. Is Kennedy pitching?
Second game. To be fair, I was just saying it a minute ago.
Probably smart in the long run. I heard where you were coming from. Basketball.
Yeah.
Cool. How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. We could use Kennedy though.
Cruising inside and grabbing rebounds for you.
Yeah.
Leading off the ball game for Liberty is the designated player number 1, Misha Reiners.
First up to bat is player number 1, Miners.
Where are you at?
And the ball is dropped out in left field. Miners on first. Next up to bat goes Land.
Yeah.
Is energy. Did you even mention the air? Did you mention the air?
What do you mean the air?
Like you just said that she it's first base. Did it mention that there was an air at left?
Yeah, I said it was dropped.
Courtesy runner at first base.
Now we have a
Right
courtesy
fielder,
runner at
number
first
5,
base.
Ashlyn Kiesland.
Next up to bat is Giesland.
It's just starting. This is at the second batter. And so, yeah, no, I just thought I'd let
The courtesy runner, number 20, Hayley Smith.
We have a courtesy runner on first base, Smith. First strike for Giesland.
Good job, Ash.
And that's the first out for Liberty. Smith on base 2.
Just make sure you're elaborating on what Isabel says, just because if she's
Third baseman.
Next up to bat,
Hayley Schrader.
we have Schrader.
now when I'm doing play-by-play, it's going to be a little bit different, but you don't have to worry about that till between your hands. So as far as play-by-play,
We have a nice cool breeze tonight. As that's the first ball.
you should focus on the
It's
basics
a little
first.
high.
So basically, here what you would want to say is run on second, up to bat is whoever, the right fielder, really Bob Joe.
There's our first strike.
And then instead of saying first strike, I would say, and I was going to be fouled back into the screen.
Here's
So
Schroeder.
Isabel's still working on the bases, right? She's doing a good job of describing what's happening, but need to make it a little bit more detailed there. It's like that one.
Second strike.
It was on the inside part of the zone, right? Could you tell that? So
Count is 1-2.
I want you to look for where
Liberty has one out and
relates to the batter.
a runner on second base.
Okay, then what would you say there?
Just hit out onto the net. Second strike for Liberty.
That's not bad. And then where do you think that goes?
Here's that second ball. Count is 2-2 with one out. Runner on second base.
Then where do you think that one was?
Here's the third ball. The count is full.
Inside? Yep, you got it. So then it's going to set up a full.
I'm trying to learn.
Another ball can make a walk.
So then
Strike would
this
be
is what
our
we call
second out for Liberty.
3-2. So another ball is a walk, another strike is a strikeout.
And it's hit into right field. Not caught. Smith on base 3. And Schroeder sitting on first base.
The center fielder, number 9, Kennedy Dougherty.
So then this is what we call runners on the corners, right? So third and first, right? That we on second. So, what a good pitch. Okay, so obviously,
There's the first strike for
Here we go. See, you're getting it.
Dougherty.
And then
Second strike.
whenever they
Just
swing
swing and a
you're
miss.
pretty safe going.
Go 9, win the battle.
It's just, I'm not even going to bother.
Runner on second base.
Win the battle, 9.
Because it's just going to keep
One on third. And there's the second out for Liberty.
Strike off the bat. Who's Linn-Mar's pitcher? So whenever.
The pitcher, number 21, Kinsley Robertson.
Pitcher Robertson up to bat. She has the potential to get 2 runs for her team if this goes right. There's her first ball. First strike.
Okay. So, take me through this at that. What would you say if you're doing play-by-play?
Before.
So, just pretend you're on air right now. What would you do if you're doing play-by-play right here?
And there's a swing and a knockoff
It's
to the
Robertson,
back.
so you-
That's second strike.
Strike out.
So that's your job, because remember what I said. Our
One
job
more
is to tell the
strike
story.
and
So it's a good job, you're sort of telling the story at that.
she'll be out.
So then, keep going.
Stuck in the net. Foul.
There's a foul on the net.
Okay, and then maybe say the count as she's going to pitch it.
Count is 1-2. 2 outs for Liberty. It's another foul. And that's the third out as we head into the And we're back with Linn-Mar as we start off the hitting.
Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the Lions, the third baseman, number 4, Kaylin Obleton.
Obleton. There's first ball. Little short towards her. There's that first strike.
Okay, so can you take
Who's
me
in
through
her
the rest of
zone
this
to
at bat?
hit, and
So just pretend you're commentating for the rest of this at bat, okay?
there's that second ball.
Robertson.
A little bit high.
To the second ball.
So it's the count.
2-1. No outs.
And there's that third ball.
I can
Count
that
is
was-
3-1.
That one was close.
0 outs.
So if you're
One
not
more
sure
ball and she
where it
can
is,
walk
somebody
to the
goes
first
some, you can
base.
say, and that one will fail to find the zone there. Ball 3. That one was pretty close.
And there's that fourth ball. Linn-Mar has a runner on first base. Now up to bat
The
is
second baseman,
Megan Heidelbauer.
Heidelbauer.
Let's go, Uno.
And there's a little butt off as it got caught by Liberty, and there's our first out for Linn-Mar. Next up to bat we have Long.
So that was a
Let's go once.
okay. So for that one, you could say that was lined
Let's go, Allie.
down to the third base coach, right?
Well, she's gonna have a solid bruiser tomorrow.
If you're doing color, that would. Yeah.
Hit out
No, you
to
finna do color. That's not a bad thing. Or if there's like a hit by
base.
pitch.
Oh. And she hit it straight to the pitcher. There's our second out for Linn-Mar. With the runner on second base
The shortstop, number 5, Hayley Morgan.
See, that's what she gets.
is 2-2. And she hits it low hit into left field as Obleton throws it to Gangstead, and she's the second out of our third inning. Next up to bat, we have Giesland.
Yeah, because Smith pinch hit for runners. And then Giesland is.
And we have Giesland up to bat. She has sack bunt in the first inning.
Good job, Joe.
There's that first strike, a swing and a miss. It's our first ball for her in the third inning. A little bit high. There's a second strike.
7 straight outs for Linn-Mar. Looking for 8.
Linn-Mar has 7 straight outs. Beck's looking for 8. And there's a foul ball. And foul on the hit, bunting back and hitting the net. And she hits it into center field as she makes it to first, runs to second before Heidelberg makes the catch. Next up to bat we have Schroeder. Singled in the first.
Let's go, Joe. Come on, D.
Malory Jones is pinch running.
The runner at second base, number 17, Malory Jones.
Runner at second base, Malory Jones, pinch running.
Because it's not a courtesy, because it's not the pitcher or the catcher.
Third baseman, number 14, Hayley Schrader.
Hill sprints and then burpees with me and Chloe at Thomas Park. Let's go, Kate. I don't know. I'll just watch on the pack. Power walk us when
And hit out on the top of the net.
Coming for you, Ish.
remember these things.
Working to try to get that Jones out as Schroeder bats with the count 1-1. And Jones makes it in to be the first run of the night for Liberty. Just caught out in left field, dropped.
Center fielder, number 9, Kennedy Dougherty.
Dougherty up to hit. Struck out in the first inning.
Good eye. Good shot, kid. Good job, Olivia. Go 9.
There's our first ball. A little high hit. And there's that third out as we
And welcome back into Linn-Mar softball, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third here. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Lions. Getting things rolling is going to be the pitcher, Jordan Beck. On the mound is still going to be Robertson for the Lightning. Yet to record a strikeout or a hit in tonight's ballgame. Linn-Mar looking to respond to an unearned run scored by Liberty on a E1 in the top of the third. See if Beck can get on base here on the 0-1. And that one's going to tag the outside part of the zone there, make it 0-2. Lions yet to get a hit. However, they've got 2 walks via the third baseman Obleton as well as the shortstop Morgan. Had a couple tough lines as that one's going to be lined down the first baseline, but eventually foul, so we'll do it again. Beck has done a pretty good job in the circle for Linn-Mar. That 1 run is not an earned run. 4 strikeouts for her on the night as that one's going to stay upstairs for ball 1. Make it 1-2 here with nobody on and nobody out in the bottom of inning number 3. The 1-2. That one's going to be swung at, popped back into the net. And it's once again 1-2 as Beck going to foul off her second pitch with 2 strikes. The 1-2 once again. That one's going to be inside and at the knees there, so it's now 2-2 as the count's knotted up here to the pitcher Beck. On deck for the Lions is going to be the third baseman, Obleton, but not before Beck faces the 2-2. Here it comes. That one's going to be swung on, and they're going to call that one a foul tip. Or, not going to lie, I'm not sure what they called that. It's catcher's interference.
The courtesy runner at first base, number 6, Allie Jelinek.
In the meantime, Allie Jelinek going to come in to pinch run. I think they're going to call that a drop third strike. Obleton up to bat here for the Lions. Third baseman able to get a walk in her first at bat. Got into scoring position before eventually the top of the first ended. Run on first here, nobody out. Lions trying to tie this game up after allowing a run in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be bunted. Robertson goes to get it. The throw to first is not in time. Dropped. That'll be an E4 as the second baseman there, number 10, Brinley Slackett, came over. As there's now runners on first and second. The second baseman, Heidelberg, now up to bat. She reached on a sac bunt in the first. Or did not reach on a sac bunt, my bad. Runners on first and second here. Second time tonight, Lions have had a runner in scoring position, looking to capitalize on it here. Following the Liberty error. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be well outside and upstairs for ball 1. Linn-Mar looking for their 25th win on the year. Already going to get a bye on this Thursday, so always good to get your rest days in, as that one's going to tag the outside corner there for strike 1, not to count up at 1 apiece here. The 1-1. That'll be swung on. Good play by the third baseman, and able to tag Jelinek at third. So Heidelberg is going to reach first on a fielder's choice, as there's still runners on first and second, as the left fielder, Allie Long, comes up to bat. She lined out to the pitcher. One of two really close calls Robertson's had in the circle. Line drives the other one from the catcher home. Lions starting to get contact here on Robertson in the bottom of the third. Still a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. That one's well hit into left field. And the catch is going to be made there by the Lightning left fielder, number 18, Olivia Davenport. And there's now two-way here in the bottom of the third.
The shortstop, number 5, that's Morgan.
The shortstop, Morgan, is up to bat now. She was able to draw a walk on a full count in her first appearance tonight. Morgan, just a freshman on this Lions varsity squad, very dangerous hitter. Already has the Lions single season home run record. And with runners on base, Robertson's got to be careful with what she does here. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to tag the top of the zone there for strike one. Lions yet to record their first hit. All of their base runners have come by way of either fielder's choice, an error, or walks. As that one's going to be fouled off back behind the Lightning dugout, and it's now 0-2 as Robertson just a pitch away from getting out of the inning. The 0-2 downstairs there. 1-2 now as Morgan looking to still capitalize on runners in scoring position. The 1-2. That one's going to be swung at to center field. It's going to be caught for the out as Linn-Mar gets run.
Up to bat at the top of the fourth inning is Robertson. 0 for 1 for strikeout. And there's that first strike. And that winds up for that second pitch. A little low. That first ball. And there's this second pitch. Third pitch. She hits it out and there's a foul. Count is 1-2 with 0 outs. At the top of the fourth inning, one run. And there's that
Best commentator. I got you.
first.
Left fielder,
Yeah, thank you.
Olivia Davenport.
First out.
Next season for basketball, we need to throw in some more Nikola Jokic. All right, we gotta compare me to him more.
Okay.
What else? You almost dunked that one.
Next up to bat is Davenport.
What about this guy?
There's a
Got
first
the shot of Curry, the handles
ball.
of Kyrie, passing ability of Jokic, clutch ability of Jordan.
Yep, all that.
5-star recruit according to Ian.com.
And there's a foul.
Yeah.
Count is 1-1. 1 out for Liberty. Second ball. It's pitched a little bit low. And Davenport gets ready. As there's her third ball. Count is 3-1. 1 out.
Beck's trying to avoid her first walk of the evening.
Beck possibly going to get her first walk of the evening. And there's her second strike as she hits it back towards the net. Count is loaded. 3-2. And she hits it with Gangstead catching it out past first base, making that the second out of the night for the fourth inning.
The second baseman, number 10, Brinley Slackett.
She popped out to first.
Slackett up to bat. And
She popped out to first. Yeah.
she popped out to first.
What I mean
And
by that?
there's the first strike.
She hit a pop fly and Gangstead caught it at first base.
Oh. And she hits it into right field as there's a catch by Michael. And we have Grace Mccarty up to bat,
Go 20.
as that was her first ball in the fourth inning.
I started giving like stars, and for every dollar you should give me a star. And I've had the app for like a month and a half. And I've
Swing and a miss for McCarty. That was her first strike in the fourth inning.
So you can.
Do you have any suggestions?
Start doing it. It's cheaper and you can buy them both.
How to say it?
And second ball, little out. Mccarty getting out in the first inning.
She grounded out.
Grounded out in the first inning tonight.
I tried to make like the refresher stuff.
And she makes it to first base as
Good job, Grace.
Liberty drops the ball as she tries to throw
Go,
it.
Claire.
It's the second error on the second baseman.
What if I do Claire?
There's an error on the
Starbucks.
first baseman. Next up to bat is Michael.
Let's go, 10.
The first ball, a little low for her. She still tried to bunt it to hopefully get her teammate out. And Michael makes it to first base as Liberty drops the ball, literally, and we have a runner on second base too.
Third E5 of the night. Third error on the second baseman.
Third error on the second baseman tonight.
The catcher, number 2, Olivia Hall.
Let's go, Hope.
Home up to bat.
She lined out to the pitcher.
She lined out to the pitcher
Go, Hope.
as she gets ready to bat.
Stay confident. I'm not going to tell you something stupid as
Go, Hope.
There's a first strike. Just getting ready to hit. First and second base have runners. And she bunts it out as it's caught, and she's the first out for the fourth inning. Runner on third base and on second base.
The first baseman, number 17, Sam Gangestan.
Yangstead up to bat.
she grounded out.
She grounded out earlier tonight,
Sam.
hoping to get a couple of runs in for Linn-Mar in the bottom of our fourth inning. And there's that first strike.
Go, Sam. Got it, Sam.
And Liberty meets on the mound for a little powwow.
You didn't do it again, did you?
And they're back from their little powwow as Gangested is still up to bat. Count is 0-1 with 1 out.
Or I can go, to Arizona.
And she bunts it up and out for her second strike in the 4th inning. Second and third base with runners. Hoping to bring that count ahead against Liberty. And there's that first ball. Little out. Or little up.
Hey, Sam.
Is that in Sedona?
Relax.
No,
Next hit.
it's in Phoenix. The journalism school's in downtown.
Right.
There's that second ball.
I'm going on a visit to next Thursday.
Hey, Sam.
Little out of the box.
Randy. Alright. I just decided that like a half an hour ago.
And she hits out into right field as second baseman catches it. Being our second out of the night. But one run did come in from Linn-Mar, making the score tied as we have a runner on third base.
Beck reached on a dropped third strike.
Beck is up to bat. She
Reached on a dropped third strike.
reached on a drop third strike early tonight.
If you have any questions,
Swing and a miss. That's strike for her.
we ask a question on Vanderbilt, but if you have any questions for Arizona State, just let me know. Can you ask them what the hell a Commodore is? Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Come on, Joe.
There's that second strike. One more, she'll be the third out. Count is 0-2. Beck hoping to get at least one more runner in. Bring that count up.
What's up?
And there's that foul.
Because, you know,
Robertson's
that's
still
always known for
pitching.
having, you know, great open sea wars.
She's looking to strike out Beck.
Who are you saying?
And there's another foul up against the net.
Joe.
Cool.
Beck taking deep breaths as she
Come on, Joe.
comes back up to bat. And makes the pitch. And she hits it into right field with a catch from Liberty, making that the third out of our 4th inning. Leading off the top of the 5th inning is Charlie up to bat. She struck out earlier tonight. And there's that first strike. Swing and a miss.
Start, Joe.
Second strike of the night for Trollier in the
Joe.
5th inning. This could be her second strikeout of this game. And there's that third strike, that first out for Liberty. And next up to bat, we have
The catcher, number
Catcher.
13, Ava Donnelly.
Donnelly. She also struck out earlier tonight, along with a couple of other teammates. Beck has 6 strikeouts for tonight. Hoping to make that 7. Is that first ball a little high? She goes into the pitch. And there's that first strike. Swing and a miss on Donnelly's part. Count is 1-1 with 1 out. The top of the 5th inning. 1 run for each team. Second ball. Second strike on Donnelly. Count is 2-2. 1 out. There's a second out for Liberty. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the top of our order with Reiner's up to bat.
Whose ego's big again? She reached on an error in her previous at bat.
Reiner's up to bat as we get to the top of our order. 2 outs for Liberty
Let's go, Joe.
in the top of the 5th inning. She reached 1 out earlier. And she's getting ready to bat, hopefully to bring that score up a couple of
Designated
runs.
player number 1, Misha Reiners.
Stop, Joe.
There's that first strike. So she could hit it. It's going to make that wrist. And
Nice
there's
spot, Joe.
first ball. A little high for Einers. And she hits it into right field as Gang instead catches it, and that's our 3rd out for tonight.
Right
And we're back in the middle of our 5th inning as Obleton is up to bat.
I don't like the sinkers. She reached on a walk and an air.
Obleton reached on a walk and an error earlier tonight. And she hits it out to left field as she runs to first, gets to second, and she's set on second base with that nice clean hit, making that the first big hit for Linn-Mar tonight.
Zero for zero with a sack bunt and then reached on a fielder's short.
Heidelberg, 0 for 0.
With a sack bunt.
The sack bunt,
And then reached on a fielder's choice.
and she reached on a fielder's choice.
What? Because the sack bunt wasn't
First strike.
No, because the fielder's choice. Because it was the one where they grounded it to third, and the third baseman stepped on the bag. She would have been out if she threw first.
And she hits it long to right field. And Obleton is out. As she gets tagged by Liberty's third baseman.
The left fielder number
Heidelberg on first base.
Long is up to bat. She
Long up to bat.
0 for 2 with the line and a fly out.
0 for 2 with a line of fly earlier tonight. Heidelberg is the second out. Long on first base. She hit it into center field.
The shortstop.
Second baseman's catching it. Morgan up to bat.
A walk and a fly out.
Walking to fly out earlier tonight. Younger player on the varsity team as she hits it into left field and it gets caught.
Giesland, the right fielder,
0 for 1.
0 for 1.
Or 1 for 1 rather, with a sack bunt and a single.
1 for 1, rather, with the sack bunt and a
Leading
single.
off the top of the 6th, right fielder number 5, Ashlyn
Oh, yeah.
Eastland.
First pitch is low for a ball. Jordan Beck is currently tying her shoes in the mound. Second pitch is outside for 2-0.
People died on the ride adventure, apparently.
Ball 3 is high. Count is now 3-0.
Back in danger of allowing her first walk of the evening.
Beck is in danger of allowing her first walk for the evening. Strike one. Count is now 3-1. Are we sure they can hear me? Are we sure they can hear me? Well, you can't talk back. Ball 4 is low and inside. Number 5 has just been walked.
There's a courtesy runner at first base now, too.
Courtesy runner is going to be number 17, Malory Jones.
Courtesy runner number 17, Malory Jones, just made her way to first.
In
Up
trying
to
at
that.
first, number 17, Malory Jones.
Then up to bat is going to be the freshman Hayley Schroeder.
Up to bat is a freshman for Liberty, Hayley Schroeder.
Third baseman is 1-for-1 with a single and then reached on an error.
She's the third baseman, is 1-for-1 and has reached on a single.
Go, Black, pull it up.
Strike one, right down the middle. Ball 1 is high.
Good work, ladies. Hang in there, Olivia. Way to go. I wonder if this is the brother of that aunt from Waterloo.
Hayley Schroeder is out at first on a bunt.
You know, there is a resemblance if you look.
The center fielder Daugherty.
Center fielder Daugherty
The center fielder, number 9,
Strikeout and a
Dougherty.
pop out.
is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out.
Pretty sharp, ladies.
Ball 1 is high. Kennedy Dougherty flies out to the left fielder. There's still a runner on second.
Pitcher Robertson is
The
out.
pitcher, number 21,
Pitcher
Kinsley
Robertson is up to bat.
0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Strike 1 hits the inside corner.
Go, Jordan.
Strike 2 swinging. The count is now 0-2 with 2 outs.
Go, Niner.
is over. Sure they can hear me.
Sorry about that little mic malfunction. Once again, Donnelly going to come up here for the Lightning. 2 strikeouts for her tonight, that's all. She's done a fairly decent job behind the plate here for the Lightning tonight. Liberty with 3 hits on the evening. Chance to add to it here, and that is not how you want to start there, as that's going to be the first hit by pitch for a Linn-Mar pitcher all season long, and it comes in a really unenviable spot for the Lions and the top of the 8th with no outs. The DP Reiner's going to step in now here for Liberty, just a freshman on this varsity squad. Very, very young Liberty team here.
Designated player number 1, Misha Reiners.
She has reached on an air and then also grounded out tonight. See what her third at-bat holds, as that one is going to be downstairs and outside for ball 1. Runner at first here, top of the 8th. Runner on base here, as that one's going to be big. Swing and a miss there from Reiners, looking to make this a 3-1 ball game in a hurry, but unable to put bat to ball, and it's going to set up a 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be swung at. Pops over the glove of Obleton on a really tough bounce there. And there's now 2 aboard here in the top of the 8th with nobody out. One of the weirdest bounces I think I've seen this year. Just a couple unfortunate little circumstances, as Coach Murray gonna jog out for a little bit of a mound meeting here for the Lions. The right fielder Grayland is in. She has a sac bunt, single, and a walk tonight. Have yet to see an earned run in this one. Both runs in tonight's ball game were unearned. So Liberty, chance to really break through here with a runner in scoring position and nobody out here in the top of the 8th. No matter what happens, Linn-Mar will have a chance to respond in the bottom of the 8th with the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Lions. We're going to have a quick pinch runner here. The first baseman, Hayley Smith, going to come in and pinch run now. I believe that is it for Reiners no matter what, because that's the second time she will have checked out. Once again, the right fielder, Grayland, due up. Looking for a massive RBI here. Bunt shown, not able to get it down foul, as it's going to set up an 0-1. Eight strikeouts on the night here for Beck. He's had a really solid job here in the circle for the Lions, just trying to hold on and get the win, as that one's going to be bunt shown, pull back in time to earn the ball, as it's now 1-1. Grayland has already laid down a bunt successfully once. Here comes the 1-1. Bunt shown, laid down successfully this time. Gangstad going to turn and flip it to Heidelberg at first, and there's now 1 away. But there is now 2 runners in scoring position here. As now the third baseman, Schroeder, is going to come up. She's made it safely on base every single time she's come up to the plate. A single and an error. Oh, never mind. She did bunt once. Still 1 for 1 on the night here for the third baseman. See what at-bat number 4 holds for her. With 2 runners in scoring position. Massive at-bat here. Good pitch there to find the inside part of the zone there, and it's now 0-1.
0-1 count, 1 away. And here comes the pitch. Bunt shown. Another good bunt. What a bunt there to score a run. And it's now 2-1 Liberty on the first earned run of the evening. Heidelberg came up to get it, but a little miscommunication as nobody was back at the bag for the Lions. So a bunt single there from the third baseman Schroeder is now Kennedy Dougherty, the center fielder, going to come up. Strikeout, pop, and a fly out for her. So yet to reach base safely. Big moment here for both sides with 1 away. Good pitch there. Good frame as well, as Home going to throw it to third. Not able to get Smith to do anything. So still going to be an 0-1. Home has thrown out a couple runners this year in some big spots. One that really sticks out is the strikeout against Cancer Knight. Threw out a runner at third. With 2 away, that would have given the Jayhawks the lead. It's a great play by Home at the net to snag that one. As there's now 2 away, and the Lions are an out away from escaping it and giving the ball back to their offense. So they say the runner tagged at first. So that's why Giesland is safe at second and not out. So this is going to bring up the pitcher, Robertson. Nothing but K's on the strike on the scorecard for her, as she struck out 3 times. The first pitch of at bat number 4 going to be swung at. Mccarty coming up to get it. But it's going to be Heidelberg that takes it. As we end the top of the 8th. Liberty finally able to break through. Lions going to have a chance to respond in the bottom of the 8th when we come back. And we'll go back to Linn-Mar softball here. It's do or die time here for the Lions as they're down by 1 in the bottom of the 8th. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up for the Lions here. That's going to be Heidelberg, Long, and Morgan. Heidelberg up to bat first. She still is 0 for 0. Sack bunt, 2 fielder's choices on the night for her. As the first pitch of at bat number 4 going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. So Robertson with a quick 0-1 lead here. Here it comes. And that one's going to stay just a bit outside, I suppose. And it's now 1-1. Looked close, but they've been calling that pitch the same way all night. So say what you want. At least it's been consistent. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. As a nice off-speeder there gets Heidelberg to swing. As Robertson looking for back-to-back strikeouts after she was able to get her first strikeout of the night against Obleton in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 is well upstairs, 2-2 now. Heidelberg made the ranging catch into shallow center to end the top of the 8th. Looking to get the Lions offense started in here in the bottom. The throw from third to first is in time. Good stretch there by Smith at first, as there's now 1 away on the 5-3 ground out. The left fielder, Allie Long, going to come out. Line fly out, and then a fielder's choice as on the night for her. She's gotten solid contact every time she's been up to bat, so she is due as that one's going to be swung at foul down the first baseline, as it's now 0-1.
Come on, Allie, find the gap, kid.
Long looking to get on base here for the Lions with one away here in the bottom of inning number 8. Lions yet to have an earned run tonight, as that one's going to be swung back into the screen, and it's now 0-2. Long, one of 3 seniors on this Lions squad. Trying to get to 25 wins on the season. They do it with a win in either game 1 or game 2. As that one's going to be swung at. That's going to get past the pitcher, but not past the second baseman. I'm not going to say anything because I'm just going to get myself in trouble if I do. So, yeah, nah. That should not have been that close by the second baseman, but that's the effect having 3 errors can have on you. As now into the batter's box is going to be the shortstop, Morgan. First pitch to her is outside for ball 1. Morgan has a walk and then 2 flyouts for her. And that one once again fails to find the zone, as it's now 2-0 here. I would actually heavily consider an intentional walk here, even though the at-bat's already started. Morgan leads this line team by far in home runs and holds the Linn-Mar single season record, so especially a solo shot would extend this game. Last thing you want if you're Liberty. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on foul into the screen, as it's now knotted up at 2 apiece with 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Lines down to the last pitch. The 2-2 swung out to third. Tough play as it's thrown to first, as that's going to retire the side and thus end the game here in game 1 of this varsity doubleheader. A reminder that we will be back in in a little bit, maybe a little bit longer than our traditional break, as it is senior night. We'll have the senior night festivities right here. But for Isabel Sherman, Jacqueline Anderson, I'm Ian McKinney. Hasta la vista for now.
last home game of the season.
You mean to just angle it up more? It's not. Feel sorry a little bit? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And that's our first out of the night, or of our second game tonight.
Fielder number 10, Brinley Slackett.
Center fielder number 10, Slackett, up to bat. Had a couple of strikeouts in our first game tonight.
Grayland's on the mound for Linn-Mar.
So our first strike. Grayland on the mound for Linn-Mar. In our second game. Holmes still catching. And there's a second strike. Count is 1-2 with 1 out. And there's that third strike. Second out for Liberty as in comes
The third baseman, number 14,
third baseman Hayley Schrader up to bat. First strike for Schrader. And
Oh my, you're the one that keeps hitting all the swings. That's unacceptable.
there's the first ball. It's a little out. Second ball, little low. Third ball, also a little low. Count is 3-1 with 2 outs. There's that fourth ball, little to the side. First walk of the game. We have Schroeder on first base, ready to run. And Kennedy Dougherty is next up to bat. There's first ball, little out. Caught by Olivia home to Gangstead to try and get Schroeder out. And Dougherty sends it into center field, and Liberty has first and second base. Next up to bat is Robertson. She was the pitcher for our first game tonight. She's now in the left field in this game. And small bunt popping up for the third out for Liberty. And Obleton's up to bat first in the top of our first inning in our second game.
Times in game one,
She was based 3 times in game 1,
including the only line hit in that first game.
including the only line hit in the first game tonight. There's her first strike in this game.
On the mound for the Lightning is going to be the sophomore, Kylie
Dougherty is on the mound tonight for Liberty. And she hits it into center field with a snag from Liberty, as that's the first out in our first inning. Nice clean hit, but a better catch from Liberty.
The second baseman, number 1, Meg Heidelbauer.
Heidelbauer up to bat now. She's our second baseman for tonight. There's her first strike. Swing and a miss. And there's the first ball. Looked like it almost hit her, but maybe it didn't. Second ball, pretty high.
Your pitch now.
Second strike for Heidelbauer. Dougherty pitching some pretty straight line pitches. And Heidelbauer hits it into right field as she runs into first base
I'm not going to call that an error.
and goes into second. There's a hit for,
That's a double. That's not an error.
there's an error for
I'm not.
Liberty.
Left fielder, number 11,
That's an error.
Hayley Smith.
Didn't even hit her glove. And they didn't call it against Olivia in the first game, so I would call it now.
Long batting for this. There's her first ball, a little high. Count is 1-1. Count is 2-2 for Long. There's her third strike, a swing and a miss, as out heads
Shortstop, number 5,
Morgan.
Morgan.
Shortstop for tonight's second game. She could possibly bring in Heidelbauer for a run or be the third out of our first inning.
What if she hits a single and Heidelberg doesn't score?
There's our first strike.
Well, I mean, why are you going for scenarios like that? But what if she walks?
There's her first ball. A little high and a little bit out to the right. Second strike. Count is 1-2. Dougherty pitches it out, making that the second ball.
Why is the catcher
Morgan hitting it out of right field, out of our fenced-in area. Out of play. And there's the third ball. Our count is fully loaded.
Morgan was able to draw a walk in game number 1. She needs to do it in her first at-bat in game number 2 once again. She got a walk in her first at-bat of game 1 as well.
Morgan got a walk in the first game, and there's her second walk for tonight. As there's that third out before Morgan gets to that, before Heidelberg gets to that third base, and we'll be back with Jacqueline Anderson in our second inning.
And we're back with the top of the second.
Go, Eva.
I'm just updating my relations. Designated provider. I'm just updating my relations. 3 unassisted, that means that the first baseman caught it and went to the bag by itself.
There's terms I'm supposed to know.
Yeah, I didn't know what 3 unassisted was until
Score is zeros all around at the top of the second inning as Liberty's number 6 makes her way to the plate.
Courtesy runner on first base. First baseman number 6, Eva Stewart.
First baseman Stewart up to bat.
The courtesy runner is number 19, Sophie Potter.
As Linn-Mar's Grayland sent her just a bit high of a ball there. And another ball as Grayland's pitches are just a bit high.
You okay? You okay?
I'm chilling.
Grayland's third pitch is met as a strike as number 6 sends it over her shoulder as a foul. And yet another attempt at a bunt as number 6 attempts to make her way to first base, but is met with another foul. Count is 2-2 with no outs yet in the top of the second. lots of excitement here in the crowd as number 6 is caught out.
The shortstop, number 2, Raquel Trollier.
Shortstop number 2 from Liberty, Raquel Trollier, is up to bat. And a strike is sent right down the middle and hit into the past left field as a foul.
No, I'm making sure. Me yelling, let's go. And there it is.
And a hit sent straight to Linn-Mar. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second.
For the Lightning at the top of the second.
And we're back at the bottom of the second. A strike sent down the middle and hit as a foul. Score is zeros all around with 0-1 as the count and no outs yet.
And she's playing multiple times that I'm not available. So me hearing about it and doing nothing is just playing into her life.
Another strike sent right down the middle by Liberty's number 9.
Why would I try doing that?
Way to work her, kid. Keep it clear.
A ball by Liberty's number 9, just a tad high.
She also knows Peter does not like her, right?
And a solid hit by Linn-Mar's number 10, Claire Michael. Straight down center field as she makes her way to first base successfully.
I think I should be. See the
Center
mid?
fielder
Is that
number
what it's
20,
called?
Grace Mccarty.
And now up to bat is Linn-Mar's center fielder number 20, Grace Mccarty.
I'm not gonna drag her name in there. I'm not that stupid.
And the first pitch for McCarty is a ball. And a strike pitched by Liberty's number 9. Linn-Mar's number 10, Claire Michael, is still on first base, waiting to take off. And a solid hit by number 20, Grace Mccarty. She made her way to first base. And Claire Michael to second. And now up to bat for the Lions is number 3, Hannah Grayland, the pitcher.
3, Hannah Grayland.
Because the mic's not on the end, it's on the other side of that.
The first ball is sent right down the middle as a strike.
Did you say something?
Nothing silly. And a ball is sent just to the...
Breaker 1 non, that's a ball. I had to do it.
And another ball, just a tad bit low for...
She's fidgeting with her lip gloss. She doesn't do it.
And Grayland makes solid contact, but sends it way over the right side of the field into out of play. Excuse me. Into the out of play. That would be her second strike.
By the way, my challenge was to make it as difficult as possible.
And a solid hit. Great contact by Grayland as she makes her way to first base. And number 10, Claire Michael for the Lions is able to make it home. Lots of excitement from the crowd here as Linn-Mar is up by 1.
Courtesy runner at first, number 6, Alex
Courtesy
Dillon.
runner is Jelinek.
Now on first base as courtesy runner is Jelinek.
The first baseman, number 17, Sam Gangstad.
Up to bat is first baseman number 17, Sam Gangstad. And that's a ball from Liberty's number 9. And that's a strike as the ball is sent right down the middle. But Gangstad fails to make contact. And a solid contact by Gangstad. A fielder's choice. But Mccarty is caught out as she made her way to third. Oh. Yeah.
No.
And now Linn-Mar number 2, Olivia Hall makes her way to the plate.
The catcher, number 2, Olivia Hall.
Holm is the catcher for the Lions and a senior this year.
She will be continuing her academic and athletic career at Iowa Central. Titrans? Triton.
Actually, that's a fact. You can say that if you want.
This is the girl we were talking to that gave me a free hamburger.
I know who she is. And a ball sent just to the left of the plate. Ball sent real close to the batter as Liberty's pitcher sends another ball towards the plate.
How many? I mean, it is.
And the strike is sent right down the middle by Liberty's number 9, excuse me. The current count is 3-1 with 1 out.
Or you can save it for later.
And that's a walk for number 2, Olivia Hall.
Okay.
Third baseman Ogleton 0 for 1 with a
Third
fly.
baseman number 4, Kaylin Ogleton.
And third baseman over.
You got an itch on your nose or something? 0 for 1 with a fly out.
How well time.
Current batter number 4 is 0-1 with a flyout.
It's okay, at least you didn't make the popcorn comment.
Why is it a popcorn? Because it's out of here.
My apologies to our viewers. There are quite a few hecklers in the crowd tonight, evidently.
His name is Ian. You could call me out. Mason did it all the time.
Okay. Come on, 4.
Bottom of the second. Score is 0-1. Linn-Mar up.
Bases loaded for the lines, looking for a breakthrough hit or something like that.
Bases are loaded for the lines, looking for a breakthrough hit.
Once upon a time, the bases were loaded. Come on, you gotta tell a story here. Come on.
And Phil the Fish came in and pranked
Phil
home.
the Fish came in, and then
And the ball just shy of making contact with the batter, as the count is now 2-1 with 1 out.
tonight I am lucky enough to be sitting next to my dear friend Zoe Kennedy, also known as 5-star recruit on Ian's website, ian.com.
Nice play, Kiki. Away.
I haven't heard you say that yet. Do you need me to repeat? Okay.
Right.
Second baseman number 1, Nate Heidelberg.
1 for 1 with the double.
Second baseman number 1, Megan Heidelbauer, is now up to bat 1 for 1 with the double tonight. Once again, the bases are loaded with a count of 0-0 and 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And that's the first strike for Heidelbauer. And a ball as it is sent just below the plate.
In the dirt. You can say in the dirt.
We'll resume at the top of the third. I'm Jacqueline Anderson.
Scored 1
We'll be
run,
back
3
soon.
hits. There were no errors. 3 runners left on base.
Hey, we're back with third inning as second baseman for Liberty starts off batting. Hamers for Liberty. There's her first strike. Hit out a play. And nice hit to right field as she makes it to first base.
Back to the top of the order now with the DP Reiners.
Now we're at the top of the order with
The DP Reiners.
the DP Reiners.
0 for 1 with the ground out to first.
She's 0 for 1 with the ground out to first from tonight's game earlier.
Designated player number
Tonight.
1, Misha Reiners.
When was the game? I think it was tonight.
Nice hit into left field as they missed the ball rolling. Second and first base
The
with
center,
runners.
the center fielder Slackett. 0 for
Center
1
fielder Slackett up to bat.
0 for
She's
1
0 for 1 today
with a strikeout.
with a strikeout from earlier in our second game.
Grayland's lone strikeout of the evening.
Grayland's lone strikeout of the evening.
Long strikeout. Did they just like add a bunch of letters in the middle?
Nice cool night for softball. This is our last home game.
Courtesy runner on first base.
There's a courtesy runner on first base.
Brinley Slackett.
Center fielder number 10, Slackett.
It's Malory Jones.
Or Malory Jones, my bad.
No, Malory Jones is the courtesy runner.
Yeah, Jones is the courtesy runner, filling in for Slackett.
You got it, Brand.
And
The third baseman.
there's a strike. She hit a little out left field.
So the nose thing you were doing is fine, but like it's not necessary when it's just well, this doesn't do anything because your mouth
And she bunts it
more this
while
well this. So you really just
they try and catch it, and they miss the catch
um,
as they're trying to get
so it's not necessary
Jones
to
to
if you're gonna do it
first base,
but
or
then just make sure
to get the
it's
first run of the night.
but you don't need to do that unless there's like a
Is that first out?
I've had to do it a couple times, but it's only been a home runs.
The third baseman number 14, Hayley Schrader.
Third baseman Hayley Schrader up to bat.
What the last batter did.
Bunted it. There's a first ball. A little low.
She walked on her first appearance.
She walked on her first appearance tonight at this game.
Downstairs 2-0.
Count is 2-0 with 1 out in our third inning. Schrader bunts it to the pitcher, and they're working to try and get the runners. Runners made it back safely without getting out. But it was a close one, close call.
The pitcher Dougherty is up. 1 for 1 with a single.
Pitcher Dougherty is up 1 for 1 with a single.
The pitcher number 9, Kennedy Dougherty.
Here we go, 9.
Bases are all filled. as Dougherty's up to bat. And swinging a small hit for a first strike. She hits it into left field as 3 come in to make a run. And Dougherty's on second base as 3 came in to run. Next up to bat is Robertson. It's our pitcher in the previous game. She Robertson grounded out earlier in our second game tonight.
Kinsley Robertson.
And she hits it into center field as they struggle to get the ball. And Hall misses the catch with
If we want food, we should go now. Here,
on
what do you
first and
want?
second base. And she bunts it out as second and third base have runners on them.
Do either of you all want anything in the concession stand?
There's her first ball, a little low. Looked a little like a shoe shiner. Nice clean hit into center field with a catch. And there's 2 outs. Clean slide, but not enough. Next up to bat is first baseman Stewart. Hit into right field, missed by Linn-Mar. Another runner got in for Liberty Lightning. Our score is 5-1. Now we've got a little power for Linn-Mar on the mound. Talk out their game plan.
number 4, Kaylin Ogleton.
Now pitching for Linn-Mar is Kaylin Ogleton.
2, Raquel Trollier.
Shortstop number 2, Trollier for Liberty. As we have a runner on first base. And first strike. Second strike for Trollier. One more, and we'll be heading into the middle of our second inning. Or third inning, my bad. And there's our third out. We'll be back. Thank you, though. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Lions, we have Allie Long, number 11.
0 for 1 with the strikeout.
She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in our second game tonight. Pitching, we have
Still Dougherty.
Dougherty. There's second ball, a little high.
I can't.
I'll give it another 5 minutes.
Thank you, though.
I'm fine.
That first out.
The shortstop, number 5, Kaylee Morgan.
Shortstop number 5 for Linn-Mar. Morgan's up to bat now. Hoping she gets another dinger from one of the first games of this year.
She's hit more than just in the first game. She has more than a dozen.
That first strike went a little up and out. And it was caught before she even made it to the base, making that the second out in our third inning for Linn-Mar.
Right fielder, number 10, Claire Michael.
Liberty trying to make sure that the score doesn't come any closer to theirs. Working to get far enough ahead for insurance. And she hits it out into right center field. as she gets to first base. Now up to bat for the Lions is number 20, Grace Mccarty, center fielder for today's game. She gets ready.
1 for 1 with a single.
Earlier in this game, she had 1 for 1 with a single. And that's that first ball. A little low. Second ball. A little out of the box.
We're back 9. Here we go.
There's that first strike from Mccarty. And second strike. Hit out of play. Making a nice crisp sound, but not in the field. And there's that third ball. Our count is fully loaded. 3-2 with 2 outs. And she hits into left center field. And Michael is safe to second base. Next up to bat is Grayland, our pitcher for tonight's game. She's now batting DP.
1 for 1 with an RBI single.
1 for 1 with an RBI single. She was the pitcher for tonight's game. Olberton is in her place now. My bad.
You are back.
She hits nice up. And Dougherty catches it for that third out. Linn-Mar has bottom of the turds. Third, no runs, no hits, no errors. We'll be back.
And we're back at the top of the 4th. Score is currently 5 for Liberty, 1 for Linn-Mar.
Second baseman number 3, Kylie Hamers.
Sorry. 1 for 1 with a single.
Sorry about that there, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties in the stands. And a solid hit by Liberty as she makes her way to first base.
The DP Reimers, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Who's up next? Yes. Reiners.
With what?
with a single and a ground out.
Next up to bat for Liberty is Reiners with a single and a ground out.
Designated player number 1, Misha Reiners.
Once again, Misha Reiners up to bat.
Ovalton. She slid over from third base and now Kramer's playing third.
That is not Morgan Kramer. That's Maddie.
Oh, my bad.
Boom. Roast.
And another ball by Linn-Mar's Ovalton.
Kramer was playing third base earlier.
Oh, I forgot she's still playing.
Huh?
The ball is just a bit low, almost down to the plate, as that's the third ball. Oops, my bad.
You're fine. As long as you didn't cuss, I don't care what you say. And even if you do cuss, you gotta believe I'm gonna cut it and post it.
Okay, it was a ball, it wasn't.
Just correct yourself. Be confident. Have some energy. Have some fun. You're getting paid to do basically nothing.
It's true. And still we have Liberty's Misha up to bat. And that's the fourth ball as Liberty's number 1 makes her way on the walk to first base.
I need some insurance runs like Liberty. Oh, sorry. 0 for 0 with a walk and a fielder's choice.
Actually, no, I got it. I can go.
It's Schroeder. No.
And here up to bat we have Liberty's number 10.
Talk about some insurance.
Gotta get some insurance. If they get a runner in scoring position, you should say, trying to get some insurance runs like Liberty. You're welcome. I'll let you take that. Bro, stop kicking me.
Assistant fielder number 10, Brinley Slackett.
I saw you and Sam when you were supposed to be editing. I'm not stupid.
And a ball pitched by Overton, just a tad bit high for the batter.
Just take a deep breath and go.
Is the Prairie game 1 game or 2?
And that's another ball sent pretty close to the batter.
But it'll start later. Hey, Isabella.
And a strike sent right down the middle by Linn-Mar's pitcher, number 4, Overton.
Did he have it? Well, we have to talk Tanya. What? Yeah, but if you want some money,
And another strike by Overton, sent straight down the middle.
me and Jacqueline are making complaints there by yourself, right?
Just one more solid pitch, and we can have the first out of the 4th inning.
You can just throw that into.
And that's the 3rd strike, as the count is 0-0 with 1 out at the top of the 4th.
Third baseman number 14, Hayley Schrader.
And now up to bat for Liberty is number 14, Hayley Schrader.
What, don't? Girl, you tripping. Huh? Is this straight? Am I just stupid? Apparently.
And that's the first strike, sent straight down the middle.
also number.
Way to do that, man.
I just don't like Snickers. Actually, dark chocolate was in melted before milk chocolate, but technically they're even smarter than you.
Oh my god, that what? That'd be a good investment.
And a pitch sent pretty high by Obleton. That's the first ball for this batter.
I give her half a bag full of Twix and she's still good sticking with her. I can't have nice things apparently. So I'm finna eat it.
And a solid hit by number 14, Liberty Schrader. Liberty's runner was tagged out as she made her way to home.
The pitcher, Dougherty. 2 for 2 with a single and a double.
Next up to bat is Liberty's pitcher, Dougherty. 2 for 2 with a single and a double.
The pitcher, number 9, Kennedy Dougherty.
Runners on the corner.
And a steal as Liberty's 14 takes second. And that's another ball from Linn-Mar's Obleton. In solid contact made by Liberty's pitcher up to bat, number 9, Dougherty.
I think that's game 2. Just keep in mind, ours went into extra. So but then again, there's been 9 hits.
Good hit! Good job! Good job, Kiki!
I think it's game 2 because Dom was warming up and they wouldn't have him pitch. I'm not talking. Well, it's nothing that like pertains to you. Is that, no, I don't like talking to you. You think I'm like?
What's that?
I mean, you can leave it. I mean, if you really want to, you can leave. But and they have.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Liberty up by 6 with 2 outs in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, you said game 2.
The courtesy runner at second base, number 19, Sophie Potter.
Currently at second base is number 19, Sophie Potter, as a courtesy runner.
You want to get the load management job. It's an ongoing series with me and Cal. It's a big section. I'm proud of myself. I do too. I've been eyeing it at Target for like a month now. They finally had it in my size.
You seem like the kind of person that would shop at like Target and then maybe one.
I know. I love like the party shirts.
I mean, that is a compliment.
Yesterday, I wore a party shirt, but I was a genius, and I wore it a little bit. I bought it a little bit too small, so then I actually like worked it
Courtesy runner on second base.
a little bit like that, and I was kind of proud of myself.
Currently have a courtesy runner on second base.
21, Kinsley Robertson.
I just need one more party shirt, and then I have a full week's worth, so then I don't have to wear any other clothes for the rest of my life. I'm thinking of getting a really expensive one in LA.
And Liberty's number 21, Kinsley Robertson, sends it over the right side of the fence as the first strike because of a foul.
Do you want anything from Ellie? Are you sure?
I want to see some.
I'm not serious. I think I've got you.
And a strike sent right down the middle by Linn-Mar's pitcher, Obleton.
Okay, well, I'm getting you something.
Okay.
I'm getting you something.
One more strike, and that'll put the Lions back on offense. And Liberty's 21 is caught out as the Lions are back on offense. I'll be right back with the bottom of the fourth.
Fourth inning for the Lions, first baseman number 17, Sam Gangstad.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning as we have senior Sam Gangstad at the plate.
0 for 1 with a fielder's choice.
Sam's currently 0 for 1 with a few other strikes.
And now she's got
But is beat to first base by Liberty and called as an out.
Maddie Wells now hitting.
Up next is number 15, number 15, Maddie Wells.
So she's hitting where Olivia was. So this is her first at bat.
This is Maddie's first at bat because she replaced Olivia Holmes in the batting lineup.
So what they did is they shifted Grayland to DP and then shifted Wells into home side.
And that'll be the third strike on Wells, with Liberty up 7-1 over Linn-Mar and 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth.
Second strikeout of the game for
The pitcher, number
Dougherty.
4, Kaylin Obleton.
This is the second strikeout of the game for Dougherty.
Next up is going to be the third baseman, Kaylin Obleton, or the pitcher, rather.
Next up is Linn-Mar's pitcher, Caitlin Obleton.
0 for 2 with a flyout and then reached on a fielder's choice.
She is currently 0 for 2 with a flyout and a reach down to of fielder's choice. And another ball as it drops and rolls through the dirt.
Tell it like it is, why don't you?
That's the third ball. Almost hitting the current batter, Caitlin Obleton. And that's another strike sent right down the middle.
I've never seen that before. I mean, I really didn't watch it.
And that's a foul going straight over towards the edge of left field.
Wait, I didn't see.
And a nice hit by Obleton as she makes her way to first.
No, that's me. You capping, dog.
Second
Pretty
base
sure
number 1.
every single profile picture I have, except for my email, is the same thing. I don't know. I see this every 4th of July. I think it's the funniest thing ever.
And now Tibet is Lions number 1, Megan Heidelbauer.
So, I have a question. So you, a couple months ago, expressed an interest in, starting the YouTube channel for knitting. Would you be interested in doing like a college admissions program? Like a bloggy? No, just like in general. So I mean, I can show you a couple examples.
Dougherty throws one more ball. That'll be a walk for Heidelbauer.
I'm gonna do one, so it's just what
But instead, she sends a strike right down the middle.
Because I sort of learned, what caliber student was going to get into X school or something. So basically what you do is you just sort of record your reactions.
And that's a walk for Heidelbauer as she makes her way to first base and Obleton to second.
It doesn't have to be a ton. I've seen some with like 5, I've seen some with
Now stepping up to the plate is number 11, Allie Long.
And then not only is it helpful just to sort of, for students to be able to sort of gauge, okay, this is the caliber of student that's going to go to X school. Also now that I'm applying, it's
And that's a strike from Dougherty, sent straight down the middle.
Or,
As the current count is 0-1 with 2 outs.
there's X advantage to applying to, like, Kansas. They have an additional scholarship if you apply in July. So, just something like that. Is that something you're interested in?
And a solid hit by Long as she makes her way onto first base, Obleton to third, and Heidelbauer to second.
The shortstop number 5, Kylie Morgan.
Shortstop number 5, Kaylee Morgan, heads to the plate as the bases are loaded, and she's hoping to bring them all home.
She is 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk.
Morgan is currently 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk.
And feel free to kick me if I'm talking, and I don't give you stats and stuff. They're having it.
They are having a powwow.
So, I was thinking about restarting the podcast, right?
What?
Restarting the podcast, right? But I was going to rebrand it before I did that. We're running into extras, so we're going to leave them. And I need your opinion on below. This one versus the other one.
And that's a strike on Morgan, sent straight down the middle by Liberty's pitcher, Dougherty.
So which one?
What was the other one? I think I like the name of this one before from Whereas I think the top 2 sports, I think we only talked about football.
What was football in this season?
And that's the third out of the bottom of the
Bottom
fourth.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors.
We'll catch you back again at the top of the fifth in just a sec.
Yeah. 143 playbacks, though. That's what really matters.
Okay.
That's what we really get paid off.
Leading off the top of the fifth, the catcher. number
And
8,
we're
Olivia
back.
Davenport.
Leading off the top of the fifth to bat for Liberty is Olivia Davenport, number 18. Liberty is in quite the lead tonight as she hits it into center field past Obleton and makes it to first base.
Now batting number 20, Hayley Smith.
Now up to bat is Smith. One runner on first base with
Bro, did you hear about his champagne bottle?
the count being 0-1.
Bottle that he has his enemies' names engraved on them. Whenever anything bad happens to them, he pops it open on camera and drinks it. Imagine
Second
being that rich,
strike.
you can be that petty.
One more and she'll be the first out of our fifth inning.
You're telling me you don't have a bottle engraved with all your enemies' names?
No.
That you pop open every time?
No, I engraved it on a desk in middle school.
Nice hit to center field.
At least I didn't have
Caught. And that's our first out
each other for
for our fifth inning.
flash sales or something.
With Davenport still sitting on first base.
I got it.
The shortstop,
As
number 2, Raquel
So
Trollier.
basically what he did
shortstop Charlier comes up to bat.
is that he would like hook up with basically. This was in like 8th grade. But basically his dumbass wrote it down on a piece of paper and then left it in the classroom so that teachers found it. He got that. I forget if he got detention or suspended for it.
You want to know a more fun story?
Sure.
Jacqueline, do you know what I'm going to say? When Maddie wrote you a death letter? Yeah, that's definitely the story.
Sleazy? Okay. I gotta get that.
It's still the
Count is 1-1.
fridge in your old house. That's really disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Very sorry. She wrote me a 3-page letter because I jokingly said when she walked in late to a class, "Ooh, Addie's late," and she then proceeded to let me know that it was because she was eating lunch with her mom, so she had a pass, and that I was in fact wrong. And so she wrote me a 3-page letter explaining that she will use physical force if she needs to. What else was it? Because you jumped in this.
Did you literally just say tardy?
I was like, "Oh, you're late." I guess a joke. And like,
Every middle schooler ever.
yeah.
There's that third ball, a little low.
Yeah. That was the highlight of my middle school. Just like, you know what?
It's fine. Join the club.
Okay.
And there's an out as Home catches it, throws it to Gangstead.
Oh, damn. So it's a walk. So the base runner automatically gets to go to second.
My bad. That one was called as a walk. So she goes to second base. Linn-Mar folks got a little excited there for a second.
Okay, but imagine like hating everybody for like dumb reasons. Like, that'd be pretty boring.
I'd no clue what I would have done if you didn't step up for the station manager side. For Elm TV. I would not have tried her. I think I might have tried to stretch on Jacob, but he's not much better. Not to be a dick, but a lot of people that are known to be in class.
Count is 1-1 as home catches the ball a little high. There's that second ball. Count is 2-1.
She's a senior. Yeah, she's already signed to Olympia resident, which is like quite a big deal. No, I hope she sticks with it. Because I remember there was one time I literally like forgot to write with her. She didn't even ask me, took the link, wrote with her, wrote it really, really well, submitted it. I didn't even realize it until I was editing that I didn't write it. Like, that's the type of initiative that people need to be taking.
Bases are loaded for Liberty. They even get
Everyone's injured. That's it.
It's not good. I mean, like, I like the big 3-point shooters too, but I don't like Trayon, so it's sort of like, what's the point?
You don't like Trayon?
Talk to me when you're not half ball.
Huh?
Like, he can talk to me when he's not half ball.
Hamers batting for Liberty.
Also making how many million a year? Yeah.
I don't know. Exactly. He's making how many million a year, and he can't pay for like $20 a month for Bosley.
Nice hit into left center field as there's that second out for Liberty. Nice clean throw to home.
This is your last chance because it's your last inning. She's gonna call.
Bases are loaded.
I know, but it's 5th, 6th, and then I get the 7th. We have our sideline reporter.
Bases are loaded for Liberty. At this point, they're just getting runs for insurance purposes. You know, Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. You feel me?
We don't know her. We don't know her.
She did it. Let's go, dude. How far into the stream is it? 3:27:50. You better believe I'm clipping that.
Slackett up to bat. Hoping to get a couple runners in.
If I send it to you, can you post it on LMTV's Instagram?
LMTV has an Instagram.
Exactly.
Go follow.
Or maybe not.
Hey, we got so many
It's a high,
This is that one kid, like, blew that
high
thing up.
pitch.
How many did we get?
Straight to home. Is that first ball for
Here, let me just repost all their photos.
Slackett?
We got. Why can't I look at this stuff? Insights. We got 77 likes, but we got 608 views. Or 630 views.
What is it? LMTV?
It's just LMTV News. Yeah.
Is that first strike?
I did a backflip.
Our count is 2-1. Liberty's in the lead
You saying it was
with
still
7-1.
kind of made my day too. You did not want to do it. But
Solid hit into center field with a catch. And that is the. Now we're into the middle of our 5th inning. And we're back, leading off the bottom of our 5th. We have Claire Michael. Nice clean hit into center field and left field, and it's caught by Liberty. By Dougherty.
The center fielder,
And
number 20, Grace Mccarty.
Mccarty up to bat.
oh,
There's a foul for McCarty. Hit up into the back of the net. The count of 1-2. 1 out. There's that second ball for McCarty.
McCarty.
My bad.
Yep.
And she makes it safe to first base as the catch didn't quite make it into the hands of the first baseman for Liberty. It's okay, as we all know they have that insurance.
Designated player number 3, Hannah Grayland.
Designated player number 3, Hannah Grayland up to bat. It's that first ball, a little low. Just shy of nicking her in the leg. And nice straight up hit into center field. Caught by Liberty to be that second out for Linn-Mar in our 5th inning. Next up to bat is Sam Gangstead.
The first baseman, number 17, Sam Gangstad.
Our first baseman for our
With the ground out in the
second
fielder's
game.
choice. 0 for 1 with the ground out in the fielder's choice.
She's 0 for 1 with the ground out in the fielder's choice in this second game we have tonight. Second ball, just under her waist. And she's safe. With an error on the first baseman for Liberty.
Wells is out 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Third baseman number 15, Maddie Wells.
Next up to bat, Maddie Wells. First strike for Wells. Second strike for Wells, count is 0-2. One more and she'll be the third out for our Linn-Mar team here. There's that third strike. I personally think there's a little bit out, but it's the ref's call. And we'll be going into the 6th inning. I'm Isabel Sherman, signing off to Jacqueline.
Gonna play it in the line.
And we're back with Linn-Mar varsity softball at the top of the 6th.
Yup. I gave up on keeping track of the stats for Liberty because I missed a big shot.
Solid.
I like how I didn't even follow Linn-Mar. I love the TV.
And that's the second ball by Linn-Mar's pitcher, Obleton. Excuse me.
She has to. I'll get you your mind. I mean, I know for a fact she wasn't there on the second.
And that was ball 3. One more ball by Obleton, and Liberty's number 14 will get to walk.
So I was prepared to
And
answer the
solid
question.
contact made by number 14 from Liberty, but she's caught up at the plate and is out.
Okay, I like a lot.
Current score for the second game tonight of this doubleheader is Liberty 7, Linn-Mar 1.
Pitcher number 9, Kennedy Dougherty.
Cupcakes. Pie.
Now up to bat is Liberty's pitcher number 9, Kennedy Dougherty.
Plus my normal chocolate. So we did kind of a lot.
And contact made right away on the first pitch by Dougherty, but she's caught by a Linn-Mar outfielder.
And then what was the other base?
Current count is 0-0 with 2 outs at the top of the 6th.
She already said that.
Left fielder number 21, Kinsley Robertson.
But then she just didn't work.
Now batting for Liberty is number 21, Kinsley Robertson.
And then your issue
But
is the
this
fourth
first
out,
pitch
so
on
they're
Robertson by Obleton
So,
is a ball.
and then just hopefully they get you correctly for the 30th today.
And contact made by Robertson as she makes her way to first base.
You were in trouble for staying out later on that day, right? You didn't get in trouble for staying out late.
The catcher, number 18, Olivia Davenport.
Next up to bat for Liberty is the catcher, number 18, Olivia Davenport.
Be home at like 9:15, and then I wasn't home till like 9:45. And my dad doesn't care, but my mom is a little strict on that time stuff, and she like threatens to take away my car. Yeah.
And the first pitch is hit, but it's a foul, going over her shoulder, past left field.
To be fair, you were going to be out by 9:15, so.
It doesn't help that I'm a lot like my dad, and you just sit me down when I start talking that you don't do.
What? You talk
And that's a
just
ball for
nonstop.
Overton,
I've never.
and a almost just slight of a getting caught out by Liberty.
That's where I get it from. And then my mom's always talk to people, and,
Current count is 1-on-1 with 2 outs at the top of the 6th.
Yeah.
but also base and
And the catcher, number 18 from Liberty, makes her way to first base.
Number 6, Eva Stewart.
Courtesy runner on first, number 8, Brooke Hildreth. Left fielder number 6, Eva Stewart.
Now up to bat for Liberty is left fielder number 6, Eva Stewart.
It's Kale. I didn't even see you.
Oh, you get the whole
Join the
squad.
party.
And that's a strike sent right down the middle by Linn-Mar's pitcher, Obleton.
Hit the walk-off. It was a wild pitch. Who scored? Anderson. How'd Dom do? He did good. He pitched at the end. Domination. Let's go, baby. Yeah, that's what I say whenever Dom does well. Domination. Did the load management continue?
Okay.
And that's another ball sinking low from Linn-Mar's pitcher, Obleton. Current count is 2-1 with 2 outs at the top of the 6th. And a solid hit sliding right past the pitcher as number 6 from Liberty makes her way to first and is attempting
Let's go!
but one of Liberty's runners is caught out just as she's making her way to home.
Rocket, baby.
Lots of excitement coming from the Linn-Mar fans.
Center field. I
For
went to
Liberty
the
at the top of the 6th, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Lions is the pitcher, number 6, Obleton. And she's starting. Oh, my apologies. Number 4.
Do you even number, bro?
I heard 6.
I mean, you're only 2 off, so.
And a solid hit by Obleton, but is caught out by Liberty's pitcher, number 9.
Dougherty.
The second baseman, number
Thank
1,
you.
Meg Heidelbauer.
Now up to bat for the Lions, a second baseman, Meg Heidelbauer.
Oh god, no, I know him now.
And contact made by Heidelbauer, but she sends it over the corner, out of the field to the right.
Yes, they're getting rid of their softball program.
Current count is 1-1 with 1 out at the bottom of the 6th.
No, because they're still playoffs, but it's more than likely to last something.
You got it, Matt.
Why? Do you want to look at that?
And another strike sent down the middle by Liberty's number 9. Current count is 2-2 with 1 out.
When am I signed up?
You can work from home. You pay $50.
Okay, yeah, sign me up.
I can teach you how it works, and then you can work.
The left fielder, number 11, Kelly Long.
I don't really know anything about football.
You can run the scoreboard. Neither does she.
Oh, I'm learning.
It's almost like that's what school's for.
Are you doing football? Oh, you're on the thing.
I think I'll be doing on the field coverage, like from the field.
Oh,
First, like
She's gonna be the sideline reporter.
Laura,
that's literally
like Laura Vanderberg for the Hawkeyes. They have such cute outfits. So excited.
But a dress accidentally gets tackled.
Oh my
No.
God, yes.
Like,
you have to get
pizza.
if that happens. You have to get that. Or if she gets hit by a ball or something.
I just want to take pictures.
Yeah, you have to take a picture of that though. That's half the reason we got you down there.
And so I can do interviews with football players.
Yeah, that too, but mainly the other thing. I would do it with the coaches. You're not gonna have as much luck with the players.
Well, we can have coordinated.
You want to bet?
After game, post game, yeah, but at the halves and stuff, you're gonna know.
For Linn-Mar,
Post game,
bottom
for
of the
sure.
6th, no runs, no hits, no
And that'll
errors,
take
no
us to the
runs, no
bottom of the
stoppage.
6th. We'll be right back with the top of the 7th.
And welcome back to the Linn-Mar softball, ladies and gentlemen. Getting things rolling here in the top of inning number 7 is going to be the shortstop, Raquel Trullier, a senior on this Lightning squad. Liberty looking to secure their 20th win on the season tonight. Looking like they're going to have a pretty easy time doing that as they're up 7-1, and the Lions are down to their final 3 outs. First pitch to Trullier is going to be well in the dirt there for ball 1. Obleton came into this game in relief of the starter, Hannah Grayland, in the second inning, I believe. Morgan, the throw to first is not in time. Gangstad tried to pick it, but the umpire says the throw was not in time. Looked close, but I think that is the right call. So that's going to be the 12th hit on the night for the Lightning, as Now number 3, Kylie Hamers, the sophomore, is going to come up to the plate.
And then you just don't talk about this is a really good plan. Do you want me to video? That would be my job.
Pitch
That's
runner
as well.
first, number 8, Brooke Gilbert.
We can figure out a job. Runner on first. Hamers up to bat here for the Lightning. Here comes the pitch. And that was going to stay upstairs there for ball 1. Home pump fakes to first, but doesn't go, so count is going to be 1-0.
Are you guys also going to do the sophomore games?
It depends if we get paid or not. That one's going to be swung at foul. And it's now 1-1. I'm giving you the honest answer. I'm not going to lead you on. Count is now 1-1 here to the sophomore Hamers. We're going to cash in here on at a couple insurance runs, already up 6. That one's going to be fouled down tight down the first base line, as the count is now 1-2.
No, that's not us.
1-2 count here. Obleton looking to get another strikeout tonight. Let's see if she can do it right here. That's going to be swung at. That'll get past the outstretched glove of Gangstead. We're going to go round third and go. Throw from Michael was really good, but Wells not quite able to handle it at third. So now there's runners on the corners with nobody out here, as number 17, Malory Jones, steps into the box here for the Lightning. Runners on second and third, rather. My bad. 13 hits for Liberty tonight, as Jones going to step into the batter's box once again. First pitch to her. That one's going to tag the bottom part of the zone there, as that's going to make it an 0-1 count. So Obleton once again getting up early on these Liberty batters.
Right fielder number 17, Malory Jones.
Runners in scoring position here for Jones. The ball in the gap would most likely score 2. However, that's going to be swung on and fouled off. 0-2 now. Obleton with another strikeout chance here. Jones showing bunt here early. Here comes the 0-2. Called strike 3 there on the top of the zone, as Obleton gets him down at a backwards K. As next up is going to be the freshman, Brinley Slackett, here for the Lightning, with runners still in scoring position. First pitch to her is going to find the zone there once again for strike number 1. Obleton's has done a very, very nice job here in relief. Here for the starter, Hannah Grayland. Longest relief stint I remember seeing from her. That one's going to be swung at, gets past both Wells and Morgan. That'll score 1 on the 1-out RBI single from the center fielder, Slackett. It's now 8-1 Lightning, as up to the batter's box comes number 14 there. It's going to be another freshman, Hayley Schroeder. Huh?
Does he change his shirt?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the discussion is here, not going to lie. Might be batting out of order. I don't know. Well, whatever it is, it's going to be runners on the corners here. Once again, it's going to be Schroeder up to bat. Liberty looking to pile on a couple of insurance runs here. Liberty, 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 Liberty. See, I went for it. Isabel didn't.
If you know what I mean.
No. We safe. 0-1 count here to Schroeder. She is the... doesn't matter how many runs Liberty scores here. Line's still going to have a chance to answer in the bottom of the 7th. Wells comes up, snacks it. The throw to first is in time. Gangstead throwing to first. Got him at the plate, and it's a double play. As Kale decides to mistake. I concur, as that's going to end the top of the 7th inning as we head into the final inning of home softball for the Lions this year. It's 8-1 Liberty. Back in a moment. That mistake way early. I thought you were calling me a mistake. And welcome back into Linn-Mar softball, ladies and gentlemen. Do or die time once again here for the Lions. It's going to be the shortstop, Kylie Morgan, up to bat. Here comes the first pitch to her. And they're going to call that one a strike on the top part of the zone. Good frame there by the catcher to get that call, as it's now going to be 0-1 to the freshman sensation, Morgan. The 0-1. That one's going to be swung at. Second baseman ranges over to get it just a little bit, and there's now one away here in the bottom of inning number 7. This is going to bring up the right fielder, Claire Michael. One away here in the bottom of inning number 7. According to my sources, she works part-time at Starbucks. That one's going to be launched into left center. And there's now runners aboard. That could be extra bases. Michael going for second. She'll stroll in easily, as there's now runner in scoring position here for the Lions at the bottom of inning number 7. Yeah, as we bring up a very hot hitter in the center fielder, Grace Mccarty. She's had a couple really nice throws from center field in this one.
It's too late now. Somebody else is up.
The first pitch to her. A little late on the swing there on the off speeder, so going to be fouled off. It's now 0-1. Mccarty looking to hopefully drive home a run here. It is 7, but seen crazier things happen. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be outside, make it 1-1 now, as the count is going to be knotted up. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. That one's going to take a couple dribbles to get to the plate, as Michael going to slide into third. Is now Michael's just 60 feet away from scoring here. Makes that RBI situation a little bit easier now for Mccarty. The 2-1. That one's going to be swung at. That one will float over the head of the second baseman. Michael's going to jog home as Mccarty thought about going for two. Right fielder a little lackadaisical in terms of getting back to the ball there.
Dad says that word all the time. Lackadaisical.
As I just apparently said Isabel's dad's favorite phrase. I don't know. Runner at first here with one away as now Grayland going to come up to bat. Started this game as the pitcher, now the DP for this line squad. Here's the first pitch to her. Tags the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Here's the pitch, off-speed pitch. Gonna be upstairs now, ball one. Grayland with a decent amount of power in her bat. 3 home runs on the year, just one of 2 lines with multiple homers on the season. That one's gonna be hit into shallow left as there's now 2 aboard here for the Lions with 1 away. Linn-Mar with 9 hits on the evening as the first baseman Sam Gangstead gonna step up to the box.
The first baseman, number 17, Sam Gangstead.
Really good RBI opportunity here for the senior in her last game at this Linn-Mar softball complex. That one's going to be swung at over the outstretched glove of the shortstop. Is that'll load him full with 1 away. We're going to have a pinch hitter here as Jordan Beck going to come up to the plate now. She was the starting pitcher in game 1. Only bases loaded here, 1 away. Tying runner is in the hole currently for the Lions. Gonna have a little bit of a discussion here. As it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. It's going to be number 20, Hayley Smith. I'm not saying that. Nice try.
And they're lining up to the Mountain Dew powwow.
I'm not that stupid, buddy. Smith is going to come into the circle to warm up. We'll be back in a moment. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded here. Big situation for the Lions, trying to continue to try and claw their way back into this one. Down by 6, so the winning runner is in the hole. Is back on the line. That one is second, and that's a double play to end the ball game. Good heads-up play there from the second baseman to wrap this one up as an unsavory end to senior night here. Its final score is going to be 8-2 in this one. This is the last home game for the Lions this year. I just want to say a couple of thank yous. A lot of my favorite memories growing up were, watching Michigan softball games with my dad. So just having the opportunity to call and broadcast a game that I truly enjoy has been nothing but a blessing. And going into my senior year next year, not sure if I'm going to have the opportunity to call another softball game, but it's truly been an honor to work with everybody. So one last time for the Linn-Mar softball complex, I'm Ian McKinney for Kale Sleazer, Jacqueline Anderson, Zoe Kennedy, and Isabarb Sherman. I'm Ian McKinney.